You are now tuned in with the News You Can Use podcast. Today, we're getting into the no jumper beef with 4XTRAS, man. We got to talk about it because ever since, bro had the accident, he feel like they've been like shading him and not really showing mercy. They didn't want to get him money up. It's just a lot of things. And maybe he felt a little used. And, he was the biggest host on the platform. Honestly, he probably was bringing in the most numbers. So he felt the most valuable. And he felt like, if y'all fuck with me, throw me this money and put me in a good position, y'all gonna make y'all's back off the back end. Off the back. But maybe Adam didn't see it that way. Maybe Adam seen it as a play. Maybe Adam should offer him 40. Shout out to 40s, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into whatever Flacco thinks. Because, Flacco is an outsider. He not from LA. He don't know the politics. He don't know what really goes down in the city. You feel me? On moment. But we got to get into it. We got to tap in.
Episode of the Adam and Wack Show, Wack 100 warns Adam that it's not going to be peaches and cream and all good when he sees 4XTRAS.
So have you and 4XTRAS begun to, have you had a conversation with him about, well, we know why he mad, but is he
and I know 90% of this is just clickbait, man. Because seriously, you know what I'm saying? Well, podcasting, and this is entertainment, y'all. Just know this is entertainment. I'm going to tell y'all off top.
Like this?
We spoke Friday.
It would be super dope for 4XTRAS to pop back on the podcast, negotiate a great contract with Adam, make some good money, do five podcasts about the situation, break them down into segments, into edits of 5 minutes, 10 minutes each, talking about the situation. And that could be the $50,000 right there. It's ways. It's more than with this shit. It's more than it's more than a million ways to skin a cat. Give me the 50 bands. I got 10. I got 10 episodes for you. But it's not just gonna be strictly about the hand. That's not just what people want to hear about. People don't just want to hear about 4XTRAS and his situation with explosive. That's not his biggest talent. And that's what y'all making it seem like, and that's crazy. The man got music and all kind of things he can sit there and talk about. But y'all try to make it based off a certain scenario, and that's what make this shit all fucked up.
Done with no jumper.
Friday was supposed.
I had the 50 bands. I would have gave it to him to come over here on the News You Can Use. See, for a platform like this, if you got 50 bands, it'll change the whole situation. It's definitely going to bring you the light and the views and the numbers and the money and everything that you want, as long as you got your business set up the right way for an up-and-coming podcast to invest. And I'm just saying that's what they say he asking for. But I'm sure somebody that's genuine, who going to really do something with it, who going to blow up and make something happen off of it, and they can actually do business later, 25,000 to play go. 15,000 to go. 10,000
for like 3 minutes. Then Monday, I tried to call him.
He was trying to mollywop you.
When you set up the number at 50,000, you already know I settled for 25. All street real LA niggas.
After that,
not specific,
us, man. We gonna always try to wiggle our way. Man, I'm going. If I could buy it for $5, I'm gonna buy it for $5. Like, I'm like, damn, this nigga gonna spend $5 with me, yeah, because you're gonna give me more for $5 than you're gonna give me for 10. I'm gonna spend $5 now, $5 later. $5 later on the night. Now I didn't double my you feel me? I didn't double my you feel me? You feel me?
But when I was listening to his tone on the phone, I was like, because I'm just not used to like the people that I have on my podcast. He told me to meet him at the studio. I'm not used to like anybody trying to be on some scary, some tough shit with me. Like, I just don't. I don't normally have to deal with it. So
I'm just, I'm a little taken aback. And a new bedroll, come over to the laundry room.
Hey man, they got it for you. You don't need to go to the 6,000 floor.
Hey yo, when you
it's the thing though, like Adam feel like you signed the contract, you're supposed to come fuck with me, do these shows. Whatever happened to you on 4th of July had nothing to do with me. It's just business. But 4XTRAS looking at it like we supposed to be friends and business partners, and you letting other people come on our platform that I work for and slander me. So it all makes sense, but at the end of the day, you gotta know with these people, it's just business, bro. With this shit, it's just business. Like, I don't know how to justify it in the streets. I don't know how to justify it with loyalty or respect or morals, but business ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm gonna tell you that. And a wise person told me, shout out Lindrum, that when you get into this entertainment, that it's 90% business, 10% entertainment. So stay in the business lane. Make sure you got your business together. He always preached that shit to me until I had my shit right. So when you got your shit right, you don't have these type of problems. So my advice to 4XTRAS is build your own podcast, build your own everything, build your own platform where you can put your homies on and you can do your thing because you've built up enough fans and people that want to see you. That should be your next move. Even if you need the 50,000 to fund it, you could just take the 25 from somebody, and then you shouldn't do another interview with nobody but on Off the Back podcast. See, I don't got no line. Oh yeah, I do. I got Lupe. So I'm gonna hit Lupe up and tell her what's up with Off the Back podcast, because that's the next move. I would not go back to No Jumper and sign no contract for no amount of money. You could go make that money on your own YouTube, build up your own platform, big as No Jumper, and take over the shit. Like, people don't think like that. And it's not a competition with Adam. It's not no problem with Adam. It's just you trying to put on for your people. We got to be able to have our own shit. That's why I got the news you can use, man. I bet on myself. You know, I would go work for Adam just to make the news you can use better. Just like Flacco is putting out this content. Flacco is smart. Flacco is doing about the same amount of numbers as No Jumper. It's crazy.
And that
what?
Well, I swear to God, because you were talking, you were like, yeah, I talked to 4XTRAS. You look to your white boy shit. Okay. Talking to 4XTRAs, he was like, yeah, just come up to the studio. We're going to talk about it. Come up here right now. I'm telling myself, he finna beat your ass. You finna be the one he claimed he whooped your ass.
Warn you, Adam. He didn't even warn you, huh? Did he tell you that 4XTRAS was gonna beat your ass? Even tell you that?
We're talking about 4XTRAs. What
come to the studio. Look, he telling Adam, you have my ops up there, and you asking them, you asking my ops, cause how they feel about the firecracker in my head. But listen, Adam, come on to the studio right now. Come up here right now. I'm telling myself, Adam don't even realize what's going on. You about to be the demonstration of the left hand.
See, but that left hand might not be as strong as that.
I don't know what it was. Right? He was no damn trying out on your ass.
You grab that nigga hand, he gonna fall. You grab his bigger hand, he gonna fall to the ground.
I don't know what 4XTRAS was really trying to put it down.
My hand.
Boom!
And losing his hand.
Whatever firecrackers are whatever Wack told Adam, I think that was the first time it really resonated.
First of all, man, I don't agree with nobody disrespecting people that's broke a leg, disabled. I've been through it. I crashed the shit out of my car, broke my leg, all kind of shit. My bone hanging on my leg, all that shit. I've been through it. I'm able to walk by God, run, do all the shit I need to do. I know people who've been through strokes, all kind of shit. So for anybody to sit on here and talk about people that's going through any kind of thing like that, I don't agree with it. I'm going to skip past it. So if y'all heard that shit, my bad. Off top.
With Adam, like, oh, damn. Yo, what we be doing up here regarding 4XTRAS may not be so cool, because that's the first time I've heard Adam say, I don't want to be seen making light of what my friend went through in regards to 4XTRAS, when Young Hawk began to talk about
that's what we're not finna do. We're not finna sit here and make light of tribulations, because it could be you at the end of the day. So you better repent and pray to God at the end of the day. Perseverance. The difference between a successful person and others is not the lack of strength or the lack of knowledge, but rather the lack of will. 4XTRAS ain't got to be the smartest motherfucker in the book. You hear me? 4XTRAS ain't got to be the most successful motherfucker in the book. But we sitting here talking about 4XTRAS right now mean that he had the will to do what the fuck he doing. Put himself on, put himself in position. I see him come in right after Crip Mac, get in with Lupe. And ever since then, it been off the bat. So put some respect on that man's name just off that.
Lighters and certain things. Adam got the memo. Whatever Wack said in the beginning of this podcast regarding, he wanted to whoop you, however Wack portrayed it, is stuck.
We don't do no dick riding. We don't do no biasness. It's just, I haven't seen, bro, other than little jail stories talking about knocking people out, this, that, and this, and defending himself, I ain't seen him really. I didn't see him give you niggas passes. And I think he regretting that shit. And that's why he acting the way he is. I think 4XTRAS like, man, I should have slapped him. I should have fired on him. But I let that shit go for money. And it feel like a nigga neglecting his morals at the end of the day. I've been in that position where it's like, damn, this is business though. Like, I can't portray myself as a person who don't know how to separate business from the streets. I'm going to say a great quote from my big sister, Cece. Shout out Cece at all times. That's why I got to get her back on the podcast. You cannot mix money with game banging. 4XTRAS. You can't mix the two. They don't go together. The morals of game banging and money don't mix. And you don't got to choose. You just got to separate them.
Adam, because Adam was laughing with the jokes and then immediately caught himself and said, now, hey, I don't want it to be seen like I am making light of my friend losing his hand, right? So Adam got the memo, man, right? 4XTRAS ain't playing around with no jokes, bro. That's why y'all haven't seen Flacco make any jokes. I'm not making no jokes, bro. I got no jokes to make. I'm not a comedian. Now, as the conversation progressed,
I'm a comedian. I do all this shit. I do everything, rap, all this shit. Put me in every box. And then don't put me in no boxes. But I would never make light or fun of nobody in that situation, bro. In the context of what he said that day, it was a revelation. It was like, oh, I'm about to blow some niggas up. I'm about to do this, that, and this. Like, bro, start talking, no, you should have said, I'm about to blow up. Not you, but like, talk what you want to see in your life. Like, don't talk all, people they don't realize the power of the tongue. That's all I gotta say. Power of the tongue. Power of the tongue that day, I can't say. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. God bless you. I want to see you progress and do great, like every other black man. But power of the tongue. I say some crazy shit sometimes too. Then I think about it and be like, God, please bring me out of me. That blah, 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 knock on wood. Because you got to know the power of the tongue. And me saying something when I'm angry is one thing. But me just saying it naturally, just that's how I feel, and that's where my mind at, and that's where I'm on. That's two different things, bro. And what you're putting out to the world is kids out here, is people that look up to you. So you got to be very careful of your influence. So what do you do now? How do you influence the culture? See, Nipsey influenced the culture in a way that shocked the world. You feel me? Sad he had to pass away. You feel me? R.I.P. Nip. Because he should have been able to see the fruits of his labor. Like, it's a lot of people out here that created businesses and did a lot of shit. Motivated by Nip music, motivated by Nip words, motivated by Nip period. I'm one of them. I made songs called The Marathon Continues and all that type of shit. I was motivated by Nip. So that's what we got to leave out in this world. We got to leave out motivation.
Though they began to get into contract negotiations with 4XTRAS. And Wack 100 begins to explain to Adam why the structure in which they were paying 4XTRAS makes it almost impossible to go back to having a working relationship with 4XTRAS.
Okay, but how do you think that the quest to get paid $50,000 for an interview is going?
No, that's not gonna happen. I mean, we understand. Story out there. See, that comes from the homies talking who want position. This is what they're saying.
You know,
bro, you can start your own thing, and then we can do it. They looking for position for themselves. They wasn't being real homies to him because his build and his growth is here, and he's not all the way rooted to it. The reason why 4XTRAS was going so tough, because he got out, he was doing it for a month, he went to jail. Okay, he's calling. All right, now we're gonna hear about the fades when he got out. He got out for 10 days, we waiting to hear about the fades, he go back to jail.
We never really got to see what him being free for a couple months in a row would be like.
2 months he goes to jail, he gets back out, people calling him out, he didn't take a few of the fades for whatever reason, and then now this happens. So now, it ain't like he had a run. How long does
took the fade.
that happen? Even with C-Mac, even with Crip Mac, right? You knew, okay, people was kind of getting over, you know, your words and your antics. So now you moved him into, you did some other little like show with him, right?
We tried it.
Yeah, you kept moving him around to different things because when you're not a guy that's versatile enough to just talk about everything and all kind of things and outside people, it works and it lasts for so long.
You got to keep
he was in and out of jail 2 months back. So it never caught up with him when people was like, all right, I'm over it. We're waiting to see the fight that now we'll never see.
All right, but here's the question is, do you think that 4XTRA has already realized that the best situation for him financially is no jumper and that he just hasn't reached out because on a pride level,
well, I hope he
doesn't feel right about going back.
I hope he realized that how he handled it and what he did is going to change things, because I'm going to be real. Without saying too much, like, bro, this is why you can't overdo with people when you're showing genuine love. What you was doing for him, nobody else is doing for nobody, bro. And him going in and out of jail, you still holding his seat, right, was a gesture of respect and comradeship, right?
I'm not gonna lie, when I told Wack how much I was paying for extra,
yeah, I tripped. I'm like, damn.
He was like, what? He's like, that's too much.
It's no secret. I think 4XTRA has said it publicly how much he was getting paid. I think his friends have said it publicly, so it's no secret. I think 4XTRA was getting paid around $10K a month on No Jumper, about $140,000 a year. But the original contract was for 3 months. It was like, hey,
right now, man. If I'm getting paid that kind of money, ain't nothing for, like, I understand he still, like, he had to portray an image and keep it, like, I've been out the way. That kind of money. Think about it like this, 4XTRAs. In 4 months, 40,000. 8 months, 80,000. 12 months, you got that 100. Some people ain't never seen that kind of money in no year. And all you had to do is sit still and chill. I would have went and bought me I would have used my credit, because I'm sure your credit is good. You ain't use it. You got good credit. You had good people around you that told you, look, folks, have Adam write that out as, you know, this. All you had to do is prove you was making that kind of money. Bank would have gave you a loan, got you a nice house in Vegas, got about the city, come visit when you want to, on his business. Nigga ain't been living that life, but everybody, I don't know what niggas want to get rich for nowadays. That shit blows my mind.
Buzz is up here.
Like, what do you want to do? Like, you know, when it, like, you're trying to get the mini mansion and take, you supposed to, when you was able and you was free and you wasn't on parole or probation no more or none of that, and you leave the state, that's when you supposed to win and got the mansion in Houston, Texas. The mansion's going for like $300,000, $500,000. But Houston, Texas, mansion, $300,000. Nice little
channel. You're getting a lot of views in there. So here's the 3-month contract. 4XTRA interpreted that as it's a year contract. So what Wack is now telling Adam is, well, when you start somebody up here, and that F's you over in the long run, because when eventually the numbers sort of come back down and kind of settles out, because 4XTRAS is fresh out of jail. The numbers is going to be 400,000 views per interview. But once he does enough interviews on the channel, the numbers is going to settle into like 150, 200. So once the number settles in, you can't just give somebody 10K a month for 3 months and then come back and say, hey, the numbers don't settle down. Let's lower it. No, if the starting point is 10K, it has to go up. So Wack is explaining that to Adam like, bruh, like that right there kind of makes it impossible for him to now come back. Because if you're now saying, hey, listen, man, like yo, 10K a month is no longer viable, we have to reduce it. He's like, well, I'm at my most famous right now, so I want more. And, you know, you can negotiate down. You're not willing to negotiate up because you kind of overpaid the first time. It kind of makes it impossible for him to come back because, like, they're no longer going to agree on anything. Because 10K should have been the amount that he's making right now at his peak. But when you give him 10K initially, you kind of now got to double or do 20 or 30. And if you're not willing to do that, it's probably never going to happen, right? He's probably not going to come back to no jumper.
The sign of ungrateful.
I was like, bro, I'm like, you did what? But I told you, I said, when you do shit like that, bro, when you do shit like that, it'll come back and bite you. Because he was giving him a bag. I'm like, you did what?
But I don't necessarily.
But I didn't too much trip when I thought about it. He fresh out. I gave the little nigga some money. Right? He fresh.
What? I don't think that Adam is giving you that kind of money. So you giving him some money. It's just because you probably already, you know, this ain't your only stream of income, but that was a gesture.
Out, he doing his thing. And you know, that's why when he would ask me certain things, I would scratch my head.
But you want the other part that was weird about it is that when I decided, like, yo, let's go exclusive, let's do content, you're a part of the team, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars, I said, I'll give you this amount for the next 3 months. He took that and started going around telling people how much he was getting paid per year. And in that moment, and I knew that because you were like, hey, guess what I heard? I heard exactly how much first you're getting paid. Sarah, what I realized in that moment was, oh, the moment where I have to tell him that amount is now lower is probably not going to be something that goes smoothly because he's over here just assuming that that's the number.
I didn't know how you was going to keep doing it.
Often not like that.
I just thought you would. I said, shit, if that's what you doing, I said, bro. But see, that's where you was going to run into a problem at. I'm talking business with you. You start a dude off here and he's showing up and then you tell him, all right, this what it is. And it's, let's say, half or a little under that, because that's the reality of it, right? When it's the business, what I'm making, what I'm paying you, what it cost. He don't see what I see. He doesn't see, bro. He don't see the camera. He don't see that, right?
Because somebody like
Vlad, gonna be a problem.
See, that's how Vlad insulates himself from that, is that every single person that he has a relationship with, whether it's a Boosie or it's a Michael J. White or whatever, it's like, yo, I'm going to give you this amount for an interview. Whatever else you want to do, you want to go do 500 other interviews, go ahead. I'm paying you for this interview. That's it. And then if we want to do another interview, then we can discuss. And so a lot of the people that he has on the platform might get 10 grand to start. And then as time goes by, maybe that number is $2,000. Maybe
Didn't
it's $3,000.
Boosie say like 50 or 100? He says
Boosie a liar. Boosie exaggerated. It was probably came up for him.
That shit. How you start so high and drop it so low?
But that's why I told him he messed up at 4XTRAS.
No, but that's how it goes. Because think about it. If you come on the show and you're talking about, well,
there's no way you're gonna start me off at 10,000 and then next you're paying me 2,000 and 3,000 a month. That's like working at Walmart. That's barely paying my rent. You gotta leave. Like, come on, bro. Is that what y'all making? Lush is making 2,000-3,000 a month. But you know what? If you only doing 2-3 shows a month, that's cool. I would have bargained the deal with Adam. Like, look, it's 30 days in a month. I'm gonna be here every day for every show. How much can I make? I'm gonna oversaturate the game because at the end of the day, if you got a lot of different ideas and like, see, Adam is yet to come across a person like me who's gonna come in the building and create shows with Adam. I'm gonna be the brainstorm. I'm thinking, Adam, I'm hitting the streets. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm going out my way for content. I'm creating content at all times for no jumper. So if my check is 10,000, you're gonna keep it at 10,000 because the work I'm gonna be putting in is gonna make you some money. That would make it sense. I would be trying to figure out how can I make myself more valuable. Is this interview gonna sustain? This is what I would have told him. If we got a 3-month contract or 6-month contract for 10,000 a month, can we do another contract for the rest of the year for 10,000 a month after I do this interview? And I'm gonna be here not only 3 times a month, I'm gonna be here for everything. Whatever you need me here for, I'll be here. Like you gotta bargain your way in this game. It ain't giving in, it's showing that I'm dedicated. And while you was building that up and there all the time, I'd have been using behind the scenes for my YouTube channel with all the people you meet, networking. Now I'm going out of town. Now I'm going to this city. Now I'm going to that state. Now I'm doing my shows because what they haven't seen is 4XTRAS get on stage and perform yet as a music artist. Because that like this is the new love and hip hop. Cardi B blew up. I have yet to see a person come on here that did not rap like 4XTRAS, put out music through no jumper like Crip Mac, and then blow up. Like blow the fuck up. That's gonna be super dope. And that's what's in your future, like as a music artist or whatever.
5 bodies, and I grew up in this neighborhood. I had shootouts. I did this, all these crazy stuff.
And look, and we got DJ Paul. So DJ Paul still tear the club up, all kind of records, same energy, just like 4XTRAS. Go crazy, folks.
Do 6 interviews, and by the time you get to the 6th interview, it's like, so Kendrick and Drake, huh? And it's like now
that reminds me of this one person I killed.
I mean, some people can't get.
Y'all hear what I just said? They think, oh, Kendrick and Drake, huh? No. 4XTRAS got other shit to offer. He gonna go fuck with people. He gonna go turn it up. Go fuck with Drewski, all that. You see how Crip Mac, if he went to jail this last time, Crip Mac could be a millionaire right now. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Shout out Crip Mac. We got the song out right now on all platforms called No Problem. Shout out Lindrum. But Crip Mac was on his way. He was on the Could Have Been record shit with Drewski when he went to jail. So if Crip Mac would have stayed out of jail long enough, Crip Mac was going to be a millionaire just off personality.
Like that, you know?
He thought it was hating. I said, no, listen, bro. I understand the mentality. I got homies like him.
Right.
I understand his mentality. It took you a while to understand his mentality. You can't tell nobody, whoop, and then after 90 days, when you're looking at the numbers, you say,
a nigga like that,
what? You got me fucked up.
For sure, but if he wasn't going to weigh out his worth, if he didn't understand business and didn't understand that, hey, people don't want to just see off the back and like come with some real solid content. The biggest next things for extra is movies. Tap in with JT the Bigger Figure and get on Trapflix. 4XTRAS. Go tap in with JT so he can teach you the independent game. Shout out JT the Bigger Figure. Go check out the news you can use on Trapflix.
Let me show you the numbers. I don't want to see no numbers.
Mike is 100% correct, man. Yo, I remember watching the first episode. I think it was called like the 4XTRAS and Adam podcast, but then eventually the show kind of just got turned into like an interview series with 4XTRAS. But I remember watching that first episode, and the first thing I thought was, yeah, this won't end well, because they were talking about being brothers. They were talking about being family, being locked in. I'm like, hold on.
And this is what you got to know. Adam, look how he talk about T-Rail. T-Rail has similar issues to what 4XTRAS has. Look how you talk about T-Rail, bro.
It's cool to be
out of everybody. He don't shit on AD the most. He don't shit on Duno. He don't shit on none of the other people. But T-Rail and his girl.
With your employer, it's cool to be brothers or family, but at the end of the day, Adam is the employer.
And look, at the end of the day, T-Rail know exactly where Adam office is at. T-Rail homies has went on Adam's podcast and not went on back on Fed. Does that look a little funny? To me, yes. So I don't really think it ever was really no smoke with Adam and T-Rail. This all could have been behind the scenes entertainment and agreement. Like y'all parting your ways, but we still gonna make content off each other. And it benefits both of them at the end of the day. And keep both of their podcasts lit. Adam is doing them a favor by talking about them. Because Adam has the biggest platform. Let's be honest. Like him talking about
we're the employee. So that family stuff is cool. It's great, but at the end of the day, the expectation of employer and employee still has to be there, because when things like, yo, we gotta deduct your pay come about, we family. What do you mean business? We family. So for me, it's like, yo, I've always done a great job, I think, in my head of separating Adam the friend and No Jumper. Adam is my friend. He's my homie. But that's outside of No Jumper. Anything in regards to No Jumper, any business decisions, anything in regards to No Jumper, I treat No Jumper as the entity. So if Josh or Adam or somebody, that's the entity. So whatever decisions took place at No Jumper that, let's say, I may not like, that's No Jumper, the entity. Adam is still the homie outside of No Jumper. But some people some people don't separate the two. All right? If Adam the boss has to fire you, you look at it as Adam the homie just fired you. So when I seen the first interaction, I thought,
hey, I want to tell you this. For people that think they need this super big setup and all this shit, look at bro background. You do not need all the special effects. You do not need all the greatest camera work. You just need good content. And I'm going to shout out good content. For sure. Y'all go tap in.
Hold on. This is a little too personal for an employee and employer. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, man? Do y'all believe that starting off somebody super high and having to negotiate down is
I'm not saying this is good content off what he's talking about, but y'all get what I'm saying. When you create controversial content, when you create content that people want to hear, when you create the content that's whatever you think is the results. You don't need the biggest setup or none of that.
Decision. Or do you guys feel like, yo, he looked out and he shouldn't be penalized for looking out initially? Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video right here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here on my screen here, to find out how these podcasters' career are completely over. After their recent episode goes viral, they're getting intense backlash. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks.
Free will would
Your choice, you buy me a nickel out here. Sitting this green, I eat 5 bad stitches on my sheet. A blue with my gold teeth. The bag chaser, west side neighbor. Doing no favors. Got a lot of fans and a lot of haters. They don't want no problems, cuz. It's your choice how you wanna do. Cookie fried crumble. You wanna play it cool or a life county jail with your rubber. Your choice. You buy me a nickel out here. Sitting this green, I keep 5 bad stitches on my sheet. A blue with my gold teeth. The bag chaser, west side neighbor. Do it the west side neighbor. Doing no favors. Got a lot of fans and a lot of haters. every battle with your rebel. Your choice, you 5 million.